Alright, so welcome back. The number one question that I've recently been getting, it's been a lot, is what's happening next? What's going on with the game? Why have they been so silent? What is happening? What's like the direction? What do you think is happening next? What's going on there? Today I'm going to quickly talk about it, give you all the information. Again, I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing. Recently, like usually, we have information. They say stuff. They give hints. Like the main tab hasn't even given us a hint, which is super odd and depressing. Like, this is all they say in the main tab, right? Again, I talked about this in a different video, but they just say, you know, look forward to many more familiar faces returning to the game. Again, I don't know if that means reruns or if they're gonna like do WHM or if they do anything there. That's the last hint we got based off of that. We do have leaks though in like a different area that really they don't give much also, but I'll talk about what we can see up and coming, what's there to expect, and what you should know for the longevity of the game. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Let's jump into it. Let's break it down. First thing, I covered this a while ago, right? So this was the leaks that we recently had, and this was the last leaks we had. 1010 was the last time they added anything to the game files. 1010. You know how long ago that was? That was exactly almost, we're pushing it, in a week, it'll be a month from the last time they touched the game files and added something that we kind of can see. Maybe they added something that was invisible or whatever, but again, we would kind of know that because like the data download wouldn't be terrible. Every data download for the last month has been so minuscule, there's nothing in there. It's basically just like a throwaway thing, an asset of an image, a bug fix that's, you know, minuscule again, nothing, right? So it's been very bad when it comes to the files, and I'm hoping maybe it's like they just, you know, we're working on stuff and they haven't staged it into the game yet. Again, realize that they might know that we know about leaks, and they're like, you know what? They're going to keep spoiling stuff. They're going to keep, you know, doing that. Let's just not put anything into the files till the final day. Could be that. Could be. But again, we have no idea, right? So that's where it stands. With it, though, the last leak that we did get, again, was for the release celebration. We got that. The battle pass, we got that. But there was also this, right? There's a bunch of pics like this, maybe another new event or a game mode, and a bunch of them like this, where it shows Shoto Dabi, Deku Stain, Hawk Stain, and Amajiki and Denki, right? Most likely, I saw a lot of people talking about this too, and I mentioned this in my first video when I covered it. This is probably going to be some sort of like a tournament system, and where it like forces you to use a set of characters in order to like take it on. If you look at it though, in like the way they've done it, kind of little bit of a Deku versus Stain, like a story thing. Shoto versus Dabi, it's moving on like in the future of it. You'll see that. Hawks versus Stain, which is there. Or again, it's like tag team, like Shoto and Dabi tag team, Deku and Stain tag team, Hawks and Stain tag team, Amajiki and Denki. So with it, this is the literal only thing that they have in the game. So in the coming weeks, you could see this, or you couldn't. Remember, Gachapon was in the game for how long? A month or two? It later dropped, like, what, 2 months after the official first leak? It was nuts, but that's what happened. Who knows when this is planned, but it does look like they are working on some sort of a game mode or something of that sort. If you look at it like the bracket, like, branching off, it's most likely some tournament system or something like that. Again, could be like a PvE, like, labyrinth type thing where you continue onwards and like going against these different characters and see how they are. You have to like master each character to progress. Could be something like that, but it is cool. That's what they have currently. That's it. And again, if you want more copium, which people have been saying, and it does make sense, but I don't believe it, they haven't added any character assets to the game. It could mean because they plan to release someone like Toga, who already has all of her assets for the character in game. Like literally everything is basically there except art for just 2 or 3 things, which they can always patch in on the final day. So if it's someone like Toga that's going to release, that makes sense. If it's someone like President Mike to release, that makes sense. Both of these characters already have every single asset they need. They are just missing a few, which they can always patch in on the final day. Just keep that in mind. That is the case, but again, I have no idea. Copium. That is copium. And again, remember, Stain ends on the 9th of the month, right? So again, keep that in mind. Now, if we're going to get a teaser for a character, if they plan to drop a character next week, the character teaser has to drop on Saturday or Sunday, early morning. If you see a video from me, boom, we're getting a character. If you don't see a video from me, boom, we're not getting a character. That's how that's going to go. Again, they dropped a TikTok, like, image ad video thing. They've been advertising, and they were talking about how Aizawa, where they showed Aizawa in, like, the promotional image for the villain month. And most likely, he is next. It wouldn't make sense if they can just get a week to do stuff and stage stuff into the game. Could be the case that Aizawa is next. If it's not Aizawa, what's after that, or what it could be, is more reruns. They could do a triple rerun with Nejire, Amajiki, and Miro, or a singular rerun being Amajiki. Maybe not Nejire, we just recently got her too. I don't think it's going to be her, but Amajiki could make a lot of sense, right? Again, it could also start rerun cycle over again and do All Might. It could. Again, they love All Might. Their reruns are like the most I've ever seen in a game. It could be All Might. So that's what's left on the character side of things. Keep that in mind. Back to the content side of things. Remember that the last time we got set 9, set 8, whatever, this new set of gear was, I believe, almost a year ago. I believe. I recently searched it and I had the exact date, but I lost that because you know what? Who actually, does this? I have no idea. Let's check. I literally have the video open. I'm gonna search it right now. I made a video on it. I talked about how the content was there. They released the new level up thing. It was about a year ago. So keep that in mind that most likely we'll jump into seeing it again. But yes, they up it to 80. It's a quick way for them to get content out because it's really not much of a change. They just have to do a new map for a few things, and not even a new map, just a new mode on the map or something like that. Again, most likely you'll see level 80 soon. That's again if they plan to do anything with it, which we know that set 9 has been out for a very long time, which gave people the chance to actually do stuff, get it, and whatever. And again, to keep players playing, because again, there are diehards out there that, grind set 9 still to this day. Now they'll most likely release the next set and just screw us over. Probably that's the case. And again, on the character side of things, if there is a new character, who can it be? Mirko is the only one that really comes to mind when it comes to new heroes that match with Season 6. It could also be a new Hawks, because currently, Ultra Impact released that. It could also be, when they see familiar faces, they could bring out updated Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki, because they did it for WHM, they'll just do it again. They could also drop anything along the lines of villains. I want Twice to be in the game. I want Toga to be in the game. Such good characters they just haven't dropped. The rest of Class 1A they still haven't dropped. So many things, all for one Overhaul. Bro, I'm so lost on why this game does not have so many good characters. They dropped some good ones, yes they have. They did Big 3 before doing villains. Big 3 is good. The Big 3 is really good. I'm very happy about that. But villains, you skipped all for one. You skipped all of those characters for the Big 3. Again, I'm not so happy about that one, but again, who knows what they do, who knows what they want to do. But on the character side of things, when it comes to the next season, Mirko comes to mind, Mountain Lady potentially, All for One. Who else? I got literally a list here that I pulled up. Toga, okay, that could work. That could definitely work. We could get Kamui Woods potentially. We could get some other villain. We could get Redestro. Okay, they've done that in Ultra Impact. Present Mike could potentially drop also. He's kind of a key component in some sort of format. Best Genist could be there too. Who knows? There's a lot of characters they could do. It's just, what are the characters they will do, right? That's currently where we stand at them not doing any characters or any content or anything. But hey, Copium. Copium is great. But again, I'm going to give it to you honestly. If we do not get a new character, a new set of content in 2 to 3 weeks, I have no faith left in the game. Again, when I say 3-month intervals, I mean 3-month intervals. I'm fine with that. Now, they've been so silent and not done anything in this 3-month interval where it's depressing and sad. There hasn't been a piece of content. I get it, the Battle Pass has dropped all of that, but they did it originally, they had a set content plan, and they haven't dropped any content recently. It's been just dead. So again, I really don't know what the plan for the game is and what they're doing and why they're just so quiet. Maybe they're planning something big. You want Copium there? Do it. They're planning something big. But again, I have no idea. I don't know what the thing is exactly, as Rhodey just shrugged it off. I don't know. It's very scary the way they've been doing everything. Haven't said anything, haven't done anything. I don't know. So that's it for me. Just want to talk about that real quick. Catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. Hopefully the game has to do in the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, I don't know. It's looking pretty grim.